Hey y'all, Fat Man Outdoors. Sorry about the sun being right in your eyes. Let me get turned around and make this a little bit better. You know that I have trouble walking because of my foot and some injuries I have to my spinal cord. I can walk, but if it's got to be any kind of distance, it hurts a lot, and I can't really make any time doing it. So I have an electric wheelchair that I use whenever we have to go somewhere. If I'm going to have to be forced to walk for a long ways, I take it, because a lot of times, like even going to Walmart, we can't get one that's got a charge on it. So what I elected to do is get a used one and do a few little modifications, nothing major, and see if I couldn't make me an off-road vehicle that was quiet, that would get me to my hunting stand on my property, and see how that would work. So what I got was, it's a Merit brand wheelchairs for a bigger person like I am. And miraculously, this thing had sat for like 6 or 7 years and had not been used whatsoever. The batteries hadn't been charged, had just been sitting in the same spot in a house, not being moved. So I inquired on what it would take to get it, and didn't cost me anything. You know, if you want to use it, if it'll help you, take it. It's just sitting here. So I brought it home. Now, one thing that I did have to do, and I'm keeping a real close eye on it. Sorry about all the weird voice sounding. I'm running over tractor tracks. But one thing I did have to do that was questionable, and a lot of people are going to say, man, you shouldn't have done that. This thing has two 40 amp fuses in the links to the battery, okay, and almost any kind of incline, I mean next to nothing, out in my mowed yard, just a little bit of incline, it would blow the fuses. So I bypassed it. I didn't put a stronger one in it. I didn't just buy a handful of fuses that I could keep with me when I was using it. You have to watch out for big sticks too. If you hit a stick, you get snagged. So gotta pay attention to what I'm doing here a little bit. All right, now I ran into an area where there's a bunch of sticks here. We're gonna go around that. But anyway, so I bypassed the fuses. And then after I bypassed the fuses, I took it out in my yard, so if there was a fire, that it wouldn't be in a place that was very controllable. And I ran the time out of this thing, up and down hills, through heavy grass, and the wires weren't even getting warm. Right now, you're on a ride with me right now, coming back from the Tower of Death, just to see if it would make it. And this thing is whisper quiet. It's running really good. After all the running I've done with it this morning, and I just made this trip out to the Tower of Death, and it is still only lost 1 bar of power. That just blows my mind. These are the batteries that was in this thing. I'm going to get off of it and show you. It's not in really bad shape. It's in decent shape. Now, one thing I also did is back here on these tires, I removed the spring and linkage so that these tires free float pretty much. And what that does is it allows it to travel better over rough terrain, because those tires don't hit before the drive tires do. So all I got to do is just make sure that I watch where I'm driving and not put myself in the spot, kind of sort of like I just did with a rut. You know, it's got all kinds of power to go up and down these little banks I got to go up and down. Right now I'm on the steepest part of what I'd have to go up. And where we went was way over there on the other side of that tree, that big tree right there. That's where we're coming back from. Still running just fine. Can't smell nothing getting hot. As soon as I get up here to the top of the hill, I'll jump off and check it and make sure that after that big climb, I'm gonna stop right here right quick, jump off this thing. Open the back. Reach in here. Sorry about the camera work, man. They don't pay me by the hour. I mean, the terminals on the batteries are cool to the touch. So that it's not going to be a problem. I'm not going to put that kind of stress on it. That was running it at full speed, at full throttle. I could probably run it at a lower speed and it would do better. Now, what I would like to do, and I may yet do it because I didn't destroy the fuse links, I may try to see if I can't find me maybe like a 60 amp fuse that'll fit in it. And if that would work, then that would be really, really good. But guys, I just wanted to show you what I've been up to, what I've been working on the last couple of days getting ready. This is not replacing Old Greenie. Old Greenie is still the top dog when it comes to being around the house. But this thing will get me in there where I want to go quietly. Now, you can buy track systems to go on these. I'm not going to go to that lead. That's just too much expense. But the two places that I hunt, unless it's going to be really wet, I don't think I'll have a problem. But if in the event that it was going to be an issue, there's an old trick with a piece of rope that you can do going around your tires when it's in the mud and make it your tire get a lot of traction. And I may have to implement that. But in reasonably dry weather, you know, it just keeps on trucking. Well, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this video and you saw how stuff can be repurposed to help someone who is handicapped. Me, you know, I am a handicapped person. And this helps me be able to not have to try to figure out a way to get to my hunting area quietly, but just because I can't walk that far, I just can't do it. But I appreciate y'all watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. And I hope to see y'all out there somewhere. This is the Fat Man. I'm gone.